Kay, your hostess with the self-proclaimed mostess, and welcome to our live weekly show here noon in the group. If you are new to the live, please say hello and welcome. And if you have been here for a long time and this is on your schedule and you're like, Lori, I'm here with you every week, say hello and welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. I am really excited. I'm always really excited on Mondays. Don't I just love what I do? I do. I really do. To talk to you about today about repeat customers, how to keep repeat customers in your life, in your business, keep moving everything forward, because it takes so much effort for us to find and attract our ideal clients. Why would we want to lose them, right? So now I can see you here on Facebook. Hello, Nakia. It's so great to see you. Karen, hello. Hello, Mary Beth. Hi. I love being here with you ladies. Tell me, what's your weather like? I'm always interested in what your weather is doing over there. We have been in rain and cloud for 5 or 6 days, which really makes you appreciate the beautiful weather and the sun when it comes out. So it's cleaning everything up here in spring and getting rid of our snow in Canada, but it is rainy. Hello, Ashley K. All right, you hot ladies. Oh, it's raining in Ontario. Yeah, same with me, Ashley. Raining and cold. Okay, I'm not the only one. All right, so they say spring showers bring April showers bring May flowers. That's what it is. Today, I'm going to walk you through 4 phases of how you can keep your clients, your ideal clients, as repeat customers. Because I don't know if you've tracked it, if you've been in business long enough, if you've had the opportunity to track how much a customer in your business can mean moving forward. So it's often what happens is when people come into your business and they invest in you, or they hang out here in your free group, but especially when they first invest, what that repeat customer can mean as far as revenue in your business. So you want to be mindful of that. And if you're not keeping track of it, hi, Elizabeth Fowler. Why, thank you. Hello, Sabrina. Oh, it's starting to be sunny, Karen. How exciting. Okay, so let's talk about how we can do this. Now, what's happening is the women in my Launch It Livers, my Launch It Live program, which I see there's some ladies here, we're really delving into this. We're talking about now, once you're attracting your client, how are you going to take really good care of them? Okay, so let's relate today's topic to dating. Now, we've all been there, ladies. We've all had people come in and out of our lives over, the years that we've been here on this earth. And some of the dating, I'll speak for myself, has been great, and for the most part, and some of it has been awful. And so what happens is I want to relate what's happening here with our customer journey to the dating process, okay? Now, fortunately, over the years, I've had wonderful people come into my life, treat me wonderfully, and then obviously end up with my husband that I have now, who is supportive. He picks up the slack. We basically, my favorite line is, I didn't get married to ask permission, but we do what we want. We travel, we have the same things. It's a wonderful time, right? And so we go through these processes to find that one, and hopefully we're all lucky enough to find that one. And sometimes things work out and sometimes don't. So it's the same thing with bringing in customers to your business. Is you want to attract the right people. You want to attract your people. You want to attract the people that resonate with you. They like you. They like the way you talk and train and coach, and you want to take care of those people. Just like attracting a mate, you're attracting the right clients, not attacking. And sometimes it can be disastrous. Sometimes the wrong person slips through the process in our life and in our business. If you've been doing business for any amount of time, You have had that person in your business that drives you crazy. But the beautiful thing about owning your own business is that you can take them out of your business, right? As quickly as they came in, they can be extracted. Unlike if we go to a job and we're surrounded with some people who we don't like, we're stuck with. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to delve in. We're going to talk about it. If you have a pen, a pencil, or notes or whatever whatever you have here, you want to kind of track them. I'm going to write them here for you, and you can write them down. So let's first start talking about the attraction phase. Okay, number 1. Okay. And the reason I relate this to dating is because this is what we're doing. We are putting something out there onto the internet, into the social media realm and world that's going to attract the right people to our business, right? Now, for me, it's boot camps, right? My attraction system is a 5-day boot camp. And lucky enough, ladies, if you haven't been through one, there's another one coming on May 3rd to the 7th. So you want to stay tuned and be signed up for that. You're going to have the opportunity to do that this week. And it's housed here in this free Facebook group. This is a part of my attraction, a part of my nurturing, a part of my promotion, all of the things I'm going to walk you through today. They all happen here. And I want you to start to think about, how do you go through these phases of attracting your client in your business? And some of you might actually have to sit down and go, I need to rework one of these phases, or I need to expand on one of these phases, or maybe I need to automate one of these phases, okay? So I teach boot camps. To me, they're the best way to attract an ideal client and take them from cold to sold in a small amount of time. Yeah, Ashley, everybody does. You're not the only one. Everybody is struggling with attraction, right? If it was easy, then, everybody would be out there making, the amount of money that they want, no qualms about it. But sometimes I think the struggle in the attraction, good morning, Carmen, the struggle in the attraction is what makes us better leaders. Okay, I could go off on a tangent on that, but I'm going to stay here. So what I use in my business to attract my ideal client is I use boot camps, I use Facebook ads, and I use this weekly live show. And each of these are going to build upon each other. So you're going to see how the attraction phase works into the next one. So let's get clear on what you are doing to attract your ideal client, your mate in business, right? So I use Facebook ads, weekly live show, and boot camps. You may use a podcast, a blog, a post, whatever it is that you're putting out there. That's what you're trying to do to attract your ideal client. I will talk about this often, and there have been lives in the past that are in this group in the guides section that talk about leading your people to your solution. So you really want to be clear. You want to be clear on the solution, the problem that you solve in your business, right? Your point B. So when you come into the boot camp on May 3rd and we start to walk you through this process, we go from where your person is starting in pain, whether it be unhealthy, whether it be a mindset shift they have to go through, maybe it's something in business that they want to grow, and they end up with you at point B, right? Shiny, beautiful, they've gone through your program, and you have served them, and they have gotten there. But people don't know what you do, or maybe people aren't attracted to you because you're not talking about this solution enough. right? So in my boot camps, I show you how to sell out your signature programs using 5-day boot camps and hitting 5-figure launches. So a bulk of my content that I talk about here in this weekly live show every Monday at noon in here in this group is about boot camps. Going live, attracting your ideal client, taking them from cold to sold, all of those amazing things I talk about here. That's one of the things, consistency. We're going to get to that, okay? So you have to be intentional. You don't want someone to say, I don't want someone who runs like a brick and mortar store to come into my world, come into this group, or come on my page and like dig around and then finally find out that I'm not the one to serve them. I can't help someone who runs a brick and mortar. I help online course creators and network marketers. And it's very clear. Everything I put out there, I tell people who I help and the problem that I solve. So welcome, right, to my weekly live. I am Lori Joy. I help online course creators and network marketers, right, hit 5-figure launches using 5-day boot camps. Now, if you're someone who wants to transfer out of one-to-one coaching and into group coaching and launching live, then yes, this is the place for you to be. This is the spot for you. But you also want to make sure you're very clear about this and you have systems to start to attract your people. It could be something as simple as your messaging. Maybe you're not telling people enough of what you do or who you serve or what you offer, and so people just don't know. People might just not know what it is that you do. So whether, you're putting your direct post to come in and join you in your group, or a direct post that you'll see me doing to inviting people to the boot camp on May 3rd. You'll see ads of mine running that directly bring and ask people to come to my boot camp. You want to be doing the same thing. You want to have a couple of systems, whether they're paid or they're free. And if you're starting out, your attraction systems are probably going to be organic, which is fine. I did lead magnets for a long time at the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey as well, but you need to be consistent. This right here, ladies, is something that I am consistent in my business. What are you doing consistently to serve your people? Now, you'll see that if you go to my Facebook pages, you'll see that there's not a ton of posts. This is where I think I can serve you the best. So if you are willing to put me on your calendar at noon Eastern live every Monday and come in here or come and catch the replay, #replay, then you will know that I'm going to come here and I'm going to talk to you about a problem that you have in your business and something that you can do immediately after you hear this live to go out and change it, right? So I consistently run boot camps. I have right here beside me on my wall my calendar for the year, and every single boot camp of mine is laid out. The exact dates. My family's, like everything we do is running around these boot camp dates because I'm always looking to attract. So what are you doing? Think about this, ladies. What are you doing to attract your people consistently? And then you have to start to evaluate, is it working? And if it's not, then you need to switch. You need to maybe tweak the messaging, what you're saying. Really be focused on your point B, okay? Be focused on your point B. So if that's making sense, if that's something that's resonating with you, if you're looking to be more consistent, all you have to do is talk about your solutions over and over and over again. I don't have to pay someone in a $27 or $37 or $47 offer to tell them what to say to my people every week. I know what I'm going to share with you. It's the solution I offer for your business, right? How to keep ideal clients, how to attract them, how to take people who've just met you to here's my credit card in 5 days or less. How does that show up in your world? Are you being consistent? Okay. Are you doing something, showing up consistently? And how are you attracting your business? Okay, so Ashley, what we want to do for sure, come to the training that I'm going to walk you through, and I'll help you build a boot camp for your people using your business so that you don't have income not coming in. So something as simple as I do. Every Monday at a certain time, on a certain day, I go live. And I tell you things that can help you with your business. Okay? All right, next one. Ready for number 2? Who's ready for number 2? Who's ready for number 2? Ladies, I know, Nakia. The boot camp's the bomb. All right. Number 2 is now you're going to take them into the nurture phase. So again, back to dating, we attract our mate, right? We're all like gussied up, we go out, we're looking good, we attract our mate, but now we need to build a steady relationship with them. We need to nurture them. So once they come into our world, all of you beautiful people who are in this group, you have at some point said, I want to learn what you have to show, Lori. And you've come into this world. Now, could you imagine if I put you in this Facebook group and you never saw me again? What would be the point, right? What would be the point of me doing all of the hard work to attract you if I'm not nurturing? I want you to think about your own business right now, ladies, and I want you... But I want you, I'm glad, Nakia, to figure out how you're nurturing your people. How you're nurturing your people, right? You're right, because at the end of the boot camp that I teach you, you can take your roadmap, your blueprint, and you can go and do your own boot camp. I just help you to get to 5 figures just a little bit quicker. So I love that Nakia has taken what I've learned here and she's gone out and done something with it. She is my ideal client. You will have your ideal clients come into your world once you attract them, and now you build a relationship with them. So let's take Nakia, for example. Just because she didn't buy from me doesn't mean I stopped talking to her, doesn't mean I stopped serving her, doesn't mean any of that, right? I love the fact that if I show up and she's here, we're building that relationship together. So once people come into your world, ladies, you have to keep showing up. Because you can't bring someone into your world and into your paid program by doing just the attraction. You have to nurture. You have to show up for them. You have to serve them. And you have to keep in mind that not everyone is ready to join your paid program when you offer them, right? So by keeping consistent and nurturing them and showing up and giving value and being a steady person in your life, like I am yours on Monday at noon Eastern, you have a greater chance of bringing them into your paid program, into your world, right? So the dating reference, we don't want to go out for a great night for dinner and have a great connection and it's been so fun and you laughed and you danced and all of that. And then they go to call you the next day and they reach you and they say, oh, I'm sorry, but this number is now out of service. Right? How awful would you feel? And that's the same thing. You don't want to bring someone into your business world and then they drop off, right? You don't show up. You don't serve them. It can take people months, maybe even years before they buy from you. But does that mean you stop serving them? No, right? We are generous and we're giving and you're present and you make them feel important. Every single week, I am here live, rain or shine, no matter where I am or what is going on. I am here with you, showing you how to make a business better, right? So what am I doing here with these lives? I'm showing up. How are you nurturing your people in your business? And if you don't have people in your business yet, what you really want to think about is, how are you going to nurture? If you're just getting started and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to have a signature program, or I'm going to bring them into my network marketing business through my products, how am I going to nurture my people? You really have to have that in place before you start to bring a paid person giving you their hard-earned money before, and you don't have that figured out. Okay, so start to think about what you're going to do to nurture your audience, how you can keep consistent, right? And sometimes ladies, you might think, Lori, what's the point? There's only one or two or three people on my lives. Sometimes there's none. I've been there, right? You have to keep going. That is a mindset thing. If you want to be the leader of hundreds, you have to start being the leader of 1 and 2 and 3. Because we grow into that leader where we can serve the hundreds, the thousands of people. And if you can't handle serving 1, 2, or 3 people, then you're going to have a lot of trouble serving 50, 100, 200, 500, right? So think about someone who you found recently online, social media, going through your Facebook or your Instagram and scrolling. And all of a sudden you've come across this person and you're like, what rock have I been living under? I didn't even know this person existed, right? And they've got testimonials and they've got a following. Some of you just met me in January. Some of you just met me in March. I have been online and doing business for 10 years. So you need to stick with it. Don't rush it. Just like with dating, it's the long game, and totally worth it if you end up spending your life with that person and having a beautiful relationship. So as my grandmother would say, you have to court them, right? You bring them flowers, you send them nice notes or texts, you go on dates. It's the same thing here with your audience. Create amazing resources and quick wins. And think about, once I attract that person, how am I going to nurture them for the long game, right? I honestly think that we have to give before we ask for anything in return. So what can you commit to, ladies? And you can tell me in the comments, what do you commit to doing consistently, right? Every person who is crushing it in their business, you want to know what they are? Consistent. So if you've done a boot camp and you have people who've come into the boot camp but didn't buy your paid program, you still have an obligation to serve these people, right? I think so anyway. I will serve you every Monday at noon Eastern till I can't serve you anymore, right? Okay, let's go into the third element, the third level of attraction. So we have attraction, right? Now we've nurtured them, and now I like to call this the family phase. I like to call this the family phase because this is now when someone eventually comes and buys your signature program or buys your network marketing product, right? And I honestly believe that when someone comes in and raises their hand and says, I'm going to be here 100% committed to do the work with you, Lori, and I'm going to pay you my hard-earned money to do it, I take that very seriously, as I'm sure you all do. And so when you come into my world, in my program, you are now part of my family. Any of these ladies here can tell you that I say this constantly. My family, literally my boys, know who you are, right? They know when you're launching. Hell, some of them have watched you launch, right? You are part of the family. And when you are selling something to your audience and asking them to invest, you are helping them solve a problem that they have. And some of you, it's attracting clients, it's making the sales, it's doing your pitch, it's delivering your content, It's being more confident on camera. It's launching live. And if you have any problems with these, then that is the problem that I solve. Getting your content out there, delivering it more readily and with more confidence. That is my gem. That is my business. And if I walk you through how to promote your business in order to take your audience from cold to close, that's what some of you might need in your business. And I solve that problem for you, right? So I want you to think about a couple of things. What is the problem that you solve? And I want you to think about how many offers you put out in your business. Okay? So how many offers do you put out a month? How many offers do you put out a year? How many times do you ask people to come into your family phase? Right? So I bring people into my family phase using boot camps. I go live, I coach you for free for 5 days. You can reach out to me in the DMs, I answer your questions. I am here for you. It's attraction. And then I nurture you through that process. And then here I bring you in and I treat you with the respect that you deserve. And I give you the tools to make your business possible. So how do you bring people into your family? Now, it's funny because when the ladies come in to launch at Live Academy, the very first thing we do is we talk about that container. Where are you going to house your people? How are you going to make sure they get from point A to point B? How are you going to get them over that hump to be successful? How are you going to take them from being in pain to a place of pleasure? How are you going to get the win that they want? How are you going to make it happen in the time frame that you say? How are you going to get them, for me, for an example, how am I going to get you to 5-figure launches quicker? So I want you to think about this family phase. How are you going to support your people? How are you going to show them accountability? Right? How are you going to give them targets to hit? How are you going to incorporate these things into your programs, into your business? And if you don't know this, if you don't know how you're going to make your people successful, I want you to put the brakes on. And I want you to take some time and I want you to think about it. Because how are you going to ask people to come into your world and pay you the money, but you don't know how you're going to get them from point A to point B, right? So you want to be reliable. You want to show them that you have this and you know exactly what's happening. I know how to take you because I have 5-figure launches on consistently. I take you on the very process that got me to that point. So you want to take them on the win. You want to take them on the journey. You want to set yourself up as the expert and you are the reliable one who can get them the results that they want. Does that make sense? Right? You want people at this phase to say, if she's giving me this for free in my attraction and nurture phase, then I cannot imagine what her paid program is like. Does that make sense, ladies? Is that resonating with you? You can let me know in the comments. So do you understand? When you attract and you nurture your people, and then they turn around and they get the weekly live or the weekly blog post or the weekly podcast, whatever it is that you're using for attraction marketing, they come through a boot camp that you run and it's all free. You want to blow their mind and say, I cannot imagine what this family paid program is like, right? So we want to love on our people and nurture them so that you're the natural choice. Because there's people out there who won't do that. There's people out there who won't have the longevity and the consistency to keep going, and their business will fail. You want to be the 1%. It's not crowded at the top, ladies. It's not crowded at the top. So when you deliver what you say you're going to, and you nurture and you love on your people and you make them feel special, the next phase, right, is natural. Yes, Carmen says it makes sense. I love it. Okay, let's talk about phase number 4. Okay. So we've gone through attracting our ideal client. We've gone through nurturing our ideal client. We've gone through promoting, which is selling to our ideal client. And selling is serving. There is nothing wrong with selling because you are taking your people from point A to point B quicker than anybody else could. And you have the system and you're delivering it with, right, all of those things: accountability, support, targets, all of those things. Okay, the last one is onboarding. Now, this is exciting because someone has said to you, after you've attracted them, you've nurtured them, you've propositioned them, you've sold to them, you've promoted them, you've brought them into your family phase. They have said, yes, here is my credit card, Lori. Here's my credit card, Carmen. Here's my credit card, Karen. Here's my credit card, Ashley. Take it. And now what? Okay, so we talk about onboarding. This is the process where people come from your free group to your paid group, right? Yes, I do make it easy, Mary Beth. That's right, you know it. But Mary Beth is killing it, so it's good. She follows instructions. It's very good. She's a very good student. So first thing you want to talk about First thing you want to do is put an email sequence in place welcoming your new student to your program, okay? This is something immediate. If you have a sales page and people buy on the sales page, immediately they should get thank you, welcome, and then here are some things. What I like to send in my email sequence is login details to the membership site, to the private Facebook group, right? And then a date for them to book an onboarding call with me. And when you're starting out and you have small numbers and you have a small amount of people that are coming in each launch, this can be a very personal process, okay? But as you grow, this can evolve. So let me show you how that's done. So when people get that email sequence, immediately they get login details. Like I said, there's a membership site that you get when you come into my program, and then you get a private Facebook group. So now they can start poking around. They can look around and they can see who's in the group, what's in the membership site, and just let them have some time to get accustomed, right? Okay. Now I said you can do this. You can do this live. You can do this one-on-one when you're first getting started, or you can start to automate some of this process. Maybe you give them a video and you walk them through your membership site, or you give them a video and you walk them through your Facebook group, whatever it is. Sometimes you can automate this as you start to grow, and then you can actually give it to a team member, right? You can give it to a team member as you grow, and maybe you don't have the capacity to do the one-on-one, right? Your role in your business is going to elevate as you grow, and so maybe you can bring someone and automate and give a team member, okay? And you want your people in this onboarding process to feel welcome. You want them to feel safe. And you want them to feel important because they are. Because they are. So you don't want to overwhelm them. You don't want to ignore them. You have to find that beautiful balance in between. Okay? And how can you start to think about the onboarding process for your people? And again, some of you ladies aren't there yet. You haven't had to onboard anybody, but that doesn't mean that you don't get this process ready. Let the universe know that you are ready to let people into your world and into your paid program and start to get this in place. Start to figure out love how you show how to start and then to scale. Thanks, Sabrina. Okay. So you want to lead your people nicely into the container that you call your program or your network marketing business. And this is something that can be very simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be done on Zoom, which is free. It could be done in your Facebook group until you grow to get a membership site. I didn't have a membership site for years in my business. So you don't have to make this complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can just be simple, a Facebook group and free Zoom. That's it. That's all you have to do for an onboarding. But I want you to start to put in place, and I want you to think about how are you going to, right, attract, nurture, bring them into the family phase, and then onboarding them. This is a really important part of it. And in fact, my ladies are going to go through the onboarding training very soon here in Launch It Live Academy, and I'm excited to show them how they can grow and scale, like Sabrina said. So I hope that this gets the wheels turning. That's the purpose of the Make an Impact Monday here with me, is not to come here and me teach you something that everybody is teaching. I want you to learn and then go do. I want you to think about your business and what you can do in those 4 phases that I showed you today in order to make your program the best, to make you stand out in your niche, to make you be the obvious choice for your ideal client. So thank you. Hello, Leanne. Thank you so much for being here today, ladies. If you're watching the replay or you have any questions you want me to answer, just post them in the comments and I will come back and answer them a little later on today. We're going on to a training for a partner program. So if you ladies are here and you would love to know more about it, there's a post in the group, but the partner program is basically an affiliate program for the Launch It Live Academy. So if you've wanted to get into Launch It Live Academy by sharing it with other people, you may have the opportunity to do that. There's some great swag, there's amazing commissions, and there's all kinds of things happening. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, ladies. Go out and crush your attraction marketing in your business. Build it, make it beautiful, make your people feel amazing, and you'll have no problem running your business. Take care.